Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the spray cans tips and tricks series I've got going on here. Today we're going to talk about one of the easiest tricks in the book, basically, to make your spray cans perform better. So your spray can has a few things in it. It's got your paint, which consists of a pigment and a solvent, and it's got a propellant in it. And what will allow your paint to flow out better are, well, two things, one for each of those. First of all, if your propellant is a little bit, more aggressive, it's expanded a little bit perhaps, and if your paint's a little bit thinner. As your paint cools off, it gets thicker, the viscosity increases, and what happens is it doesn't flow as well, it tends to glob up a little bit, and it just doesn't spray as nicely. So what we can do in order to make these things spray better is we can just warm them up a bit. That causes the propellant to expand, increasing the pressure in the can, and it causes the paint to stay a little bit thinner because warmer paint doesn't have that kind of jelly viscosity that it gets when it cools down. So depending on where you're storing your paint cans, this can be a very effective trick, or if you're storing them somewhere warm, it's maybe not as big a deal. But for those of us in warehouses and stuff, or who keep your paint cans in the garage or anything like that, if you don't live in somewhere warm, I'm in Canada, this can really help. So what I've done here is I've taken a large yogurt container. The container itself doesn't really matter, you just want something that can hold a fair bit of water, and that's what I've put in it, is warm water. So fairly warm, definitely not room temperature. And I just let the can sit in there for 5 or 10 minutes. And like I said, what that does is it basically thins out the paint a little bit, or helps it stay thin. It doesn't thin it per se. And it expands that propellant a little bit. And you'll notice after about 10 minutes in here, if your paint was cold before and you tested it out, that when you go back to spray it again, if you give it a good shake for a minute or two, it's going to spray really nicely comparatively, as long as your nozzle is clean. So that's it. That's the trick. I promise you, it has the potential to work really well if you've got cold paint cans. This can really help you out. It's better than just shaking it. You still do need to shake your paint cans, so don't think that this changes that, to get them mixed up really nicely. But this will actually make it easier for you to shake them because the paint won't be so thick. So it'll mix up better right off the bat if you start with this. I hope you guys found this useful, or at least, it's something that you can make use of in the future. Thanks for watching, as always, and stay tuned for more episodes of this spray cans tips and tricks stuff. We're going to cover a couple spraying techniques in later videos and a couple cool tricks to get effects. Thanks for watching. See you next time.